No, social media is not dead. No, the algorithm does not hate you. And no, it is not just a pay-to-play game. You're just making some mistakes. So in this episode, I'm going to be sharing the 12 biggest, most damaging mistakes that I see so many businesses making on social media. Stay tuned. Hey there, rock stars, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. I'm Allison Judkins, and on this channel, I share tips and tricks to help you grow your online sales and influence. So today, we are talking about social media. I'm going to be covering the 12 biggest mistakes, costly mistakes, if I may add, that businesses are making on social media and how you can avoid them and turn your accounts around if you find yourself making these mistakes. So one of the biggest, if not the biggest mistakes that I see people making is they don't have a formal social media strategy in place that aligns with their business goals. So whenever I work with clients, the very first thing that I do is ask them what their main business goals are. And as I'm forming my strategy, I tailor the messaging, the types of posts, the platforms to meet their overall business goals. It also determines the metrics that I would look at in my monthly reporting. You have fake followers and you need to delete them. When you post something on Instagram, they will first show it to a percentage of your followers. And if those people are engaging with the content, they will continue pushing that out to more and more people. If the bulk of your followers are ghost accounts, if they're fake accounts, then obviously they're not going to be engaging with your content. So Instagram is going to assume that it is not worthy of sharing to more people, and they are not going to, and that is why your engagement will tank. So go to all your followers and start deleting those fake accounts. Start deleting, you know what they look like. They have weird usernames, no one's tagged them, they all look like screenshot images. So you want to do some housekeeping because it's going to pay off in the long run. They think the same content works for all platforms, and that's simply not the case. People go to different platforms, different social medias for different reasons. So if you're not tailoring your content for that platform, you're making a huge mistake. You still care so much about vanity metrics. Listen, it is important to a degree if they're real followers because that does help with reach, but by now, we should know that follower count does not translate into sales. It does not translate into action. When it comes to your content, you want to have a call to action on every single post. Yes, there are few examples where maybe a call to action isn't needed, but for the most part, you need to have a call to action on every single post so you can direct them what to do next. You also want to be taking advantage of any of the new features that current platform is promoting. So on Instagram, Reels is still very hot. Start making Reels. And Pinterest, they have their ideas pins, so start making ideas pins. Twitter has their stories, they're called fleets, so start making fleets. And the reason you want to do that is because when they have a new feature out, they are promoting that heavy. That is their new baby. They want everyone to know about it. They want everyone to use it. So if you are taking advantage of using those new features, then they are going to promote you and you will get organic reach, organic followers, organic growth. Before we go on any further, I would like to say if you are finding value from this video, then please consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss future episodes. It really does help this channel and it encourages me to keep sharing what's in here with you guys. I really appreciate it. So thank you, and let's move on. Now, when you think about it, you want loyal followers, a loyal and engaged community, a tribe, yet you don't actually want to engage with anyone. So tell me, how are people supposed to be loyal to you if you never get in there and start engaging with them? It's called social media for a reason. So if you are not going to be doing it, then you need to hire someone who is going to rally behind you and be the person in the comments engaging with people, doing some cold outreach, and really building that loyal tribe. If you are engaging but you're not finding good response, like people really aren't commenting, they're not following you, then I would say you need to be engaging differently. So on Instagram, for example, the DMs are really where it's at. So I like to go to people's stories, and I don't just comment with an emoji, but I do comment with a sentence or something that really engages with their content so they can see me in the DM. It filters out, it's a conversation just between us, especially with influencers. I do that because most likely they would have, my first message would be a request, and so then they would have to go approve that request, and then I would move into their primary inbox. So if I do that a few times, then when I am ready to pitch them, I'm already in the inbox. They're gonna see it more likely than waiting to go and approve that request. So if you're on, say, LinkedIn, then I like to go to trending topics. I like to really respond to those in a way that is informative, but also keeps the conversation going. Maybe I'll ask a question so they can respond back to me, and now we have a two-way conversation going on. Just think about that. You want to be a conversation starter, or you want to keep the conversation going if you're joining in, so people can start responding back to you. Because once you get them responding back to you, that is when the magic really begins. Okay, advertising, yay. So yes, social media is not 100% pay to play, but I will say some platforms are more so than others, Facebook being top of mind. So when you are ready to start spending money on ads, please make sure you do it right so you're not wasting your money. And the first mistake I see people making is falling for that boost your post scam. They intentionally make that super easy. It's a quick way to get some money from you, but that is not the way to go. If you really want to run an ad for engagement, if you want more engagement on your post, then go to Facebook Ads Manager, select the engagement objective, and go through it that way. You can target way more people. I've just seen more success going through Ads Manager than just simply boosting a post from in-feed. The next mistake is that you don't have tracking set up. You need to have your Facebook pixel installed on your website. If you're gonna be running ads, especially e-commerce, please have your tracking set up. And the third mistake is that you're running ads without testing. What I recommend doing is having a few different call to actions, a few different headlines, a few different graphics, and testing those on a smaller budget, so like $10 a day, $20 a day. Testing that to declare the winner and then scaling from there. And I learned this from Social Media Examiner. I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below. It is so well made. I love them. They really do dive into the importance of testing and how to go about it. And I follow that exact structure to a T, and I've seen success with it for me and my clients. And the last mistake when it comes to advertising is that you're not engaging in offline promotions or even just other areas of promotion. So email marketing on your website, you should always be having some sort of call to action to follow us on social media. If you are a like brick and mortar or anything really, if you're going to an offline event, then you need to be having those engagements with people and telling them to follow you on social media. You also need to be leveraging your other platforms to attract followers to whatever platform that you're trying to grow on. So those are my 12 social media mistakes that I have for you, but you're not gonna make those mistakes because you now know what they are and you know how to prevent that from happening. So very excited. Please drop your social media, whichever one you're most active on or that you're currently trying to grow. Drop it in the comments below because I'd love to see it. I'd love to meet you guys as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're not already. More videos are coming your way. So I will see you in the next one.